Hello to all of you, dear cool cats and star dreamers. What a wild ride we had here so far. We're continuing to review this continuity called Disney Junior Spain from June 25th, 26th. Yes, this was a very long continuity. It's split over a couple of parts and it spanned the time between June 25th and June 26th. There was some kind of transitional period during the night, that happens. So I cannot tell you exactly which part was was on June 26th and which one was on June 25th, but I can tell you that all in all it's about that date. So we see the typical Disney Junior things. By the way, I looked at Disney Junior recently. I looked at Disney Junior Romania, and I noticed that they rebranded. Everything looks different nowadays. So what you see on the screen is from a year ago. So it's it doesn't look like that anymore on the Disney Junior channel. Maybe some things still look like that, but not all of them. I'm pretty sure that all of these Disney Junior versions have rebranded as well. If the Romanian version rebranded, I'm sure other versions have also rebranded, because the Romanian versions of everything are very slow at rebranding. So, I mean, come on, it's very likely. I haven't checked for sure to see whether Disney Junior Spain has rebranded or not, but I'm pretty sure that it has. So the Disney Junior logo looks yellow now. I don't know, maybe it's because it's summer and the yellow color represents the sun, which we see a lot during the summer, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be really summer without the sun. Like, can you imagine a summer without the sun? I don't think that would feel like summer, even though it would technically be summer. So yeah, summertime on Disney Junior, the logo's yellow, and I love it. I love how it looks like. It gives me a good atmosphere. And the bumpers are different from the ones we see right now. They're like on a whole nother level. Like, this is like child's play, and the new ones are like, I really like the new rebrand actually. So yeah, but okay, we're reviewing this one today, so just to give you a contrast and perspective to what's going on. Like, you're probably never going to you're never going to be able to record this version of Disney Junior anymore, because it does not exist. It has changed to a different Disney Junior version. Everything looks slightly different. So yeah, I mean, there's this loss of this old stuff, there's a gain of the new stuff, and it's a trade-off. So we see Bingo and Rolly, the pups that kind of freak me out somehow. Yeah, they're super energetic and always happy, and this bunny also kind of weird. I don't know. All of these cartoon characters are CGI cartoon characters. They're generated on computers. So yeah, you all know by now probably what I think about this sort of stuff. It's not the worst in the world, but I prefer 2D hand-drawn cartoons, right? So we see a lot of cartoons that have been put effort into by people, in the cartoon making community, the in the cartoon making market, I guess. I don't know. People whose job it is to make cartoons, or computer generated cartoons, whatever you call them. Is there a name for these cartoons? I don't know. I just call them computer generated because, there's this thing where they generate stuff on computers, and it's like, it's not hand drawn. People haven't hand drawn that. I mean, maybe they hand drew some other stuff, like before creating the 3D model, but they didn't directly draw these 3D models. They just created these 3D models, and then they moved them around and, like, warp and twist the shapes of the 3D model and whatnot. So yeah, we see the sandbox with Zoo a lot. Zoo seems to be Zoo time. Zoo Bazoo, I guess that's his real name. So this promo just can't escape us. It's just there everywhere all summer long on all Disney Junior versions, actually. We've been reviewing Disney Junior Germany a lot from the summer of 2018, and they show this, well, very often, very, very often. So we've seen this promo on other Disney Junior channels, and now we see it on Disney Junior Spain. So it kind of feels like we're reviewing the same channel, but it's actually a different channel from a different country. But they do show the same promos, actually. Sometimes they change the text, you know, they change small things. And of course, they change the dub. They change the speaker who narrates over the promo, but other than that, it's pretty much still the same. So we see Zoo, Bizoo, and yeah, this seems to be Zoo time for Disney Channel. It seems to be the Zoo era, where they show a lot of Zoo all the time, non-stop, one after the other. So that's that. That's Zoo for you. So Cyber Group Studios. Yeah, Sandbox with PJ Masks. Are these supposed to be PJs? They don't look like PJs, honestly. They look like regular superhero outfits, costumes, whatever you call it, cloak. Yeah. So, yeah. This promo with the summer stuff, like they just keep showing it and showing it. I mean, if you're a fan of Disney Junior and you've seen this promo over and over again, like, how do you feel about it? I wonder. So, yeah, the zooming into the O signifies that Lion Guard is going to be presented to us, a shorty of Lion Guard. And yeah, just short clips, fragments I preserved, but I cut out most of this stuff because it's copyrighted or copywritten. What is the correct word for this? A lot of people say copyrighted material, and then they say this material is copyrighted, but isn't it supposed to be copywritten? That's weird because I remember watching a music video and the person singing said copywritten, so don't copy me, right? So yeah, how about that? Like, I don't know, that sounds like the correcter way to say it. The problem with the languages is often that there's like an officially correct way to say something, but there's also a second perceived correct way to say something. For example, the word mouse is singular, and the plural of the word mouse is mice. And that's certainly true when you're talking about real mice, like Mickey Mouse, lol. Like real life mice, right? But when you're talking about a gadget for the computer, like the computer mouse, suddenly people are not so sure anymore how to say it, and they say mouses. Mouses. And I think I heard a report that even Bill Gates once said mouses. And that's interesting because, like, this mouse, the computer mouse, was named after the real mouse because it resembled a mouse, I guess. That's the most obvious explanation. I don't believe there are any other explanations. So in theory it should have the same plural, but somehow they're distinct objects, and somehow people feel that it's more appropriate to say mouses instead of mice, right? So yeah, I mean, I think the correct word for the correct for plural for mouse is mice still, even when you're talking about computer mice, but some people use mouses, and they use that a lot, so that nowadays when somebody says mouses, it's like it's kind of correct. You know what I mean? So that's the thing about correct English spellings and whatnot. So we see Disney Junior, the Lion Guard in the background. There's a lion, a green lion in the background, and our favorite promo is back again with the space ostrich and the soccer balls, like with the tower in the background, the green trees, ninjas, and a referee with a crown on his head. That's weird, right? When was the last time you saw a referee wearing a crown on his head? A watermelon soccer game with the porcupine wearing a watermelon helmet reluctantly because he wasn't planning on wearing that watermelon helmet. He was just, caught up off caught off guard, caught by surprise by the incoming watermelon, and he was like, "Oh, yo, it's too happening too fast for me. I can't control it. I can't react to it. I can't catch the ball," and it crashed onto his head, and the watermelon broke. Yeah, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.